Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. So I'm going to show you how I made this awesome cards for either your channel or your shop using your Cricut. They're really simple to make and it doesn't take a lot of material, so that's something that you can totally do if you have a small business. I'm going to start designing the card in Illustrator, and I decided to make this for the channel. I thought it was going to be a great idea and a good way to show you the tutorial. So I'm going to start by drawing a rectangle, and this kind of looks a little too boxy for me, so I'm going to select this little dot in here and I'm going to change the angle of the corners. Now I'm going to draw the YouTube logo, which is just a triangle or a play symbol. I'm just going to draw a little triangle like this in white, and I'm gonna try to make it as even as I can. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to do this. You can create or get a shape from internet. That will work great too if you want. I'm gonna add text. I want the actual subscribe to be on top, so I'm going to draw it this way. I'm gonna type it this way. I'm gonna change the font. You can use any font that you have in your system. And just to preview for now, I'm gonna change the color and I'm gonna adjust the size a little bit bigger. I want it to cover all the top of the card, so I'm gonna move it right here. I think I need to change, I'm gonna change the color, because I'm gonna go to object and then I'm gonna rasterize and then I'm gonna expand the image. So just do this and erase the white parts because they're gonna get in the way when you're trying to cut it with your Cricut. So I'm gonna go ahead and change this back to the color that I need it to be, and then I'm gonna go find my pathfinder, which is in window, as you can tell is right there, and I'm gonna select the unite option. That way it's a whole image, and I'm just gonna move the layers to the top, and then I'm gonna select the white and red layer, and I'm gonna make it invisible this way. I'm gonna blend it in. That way I have the image the way I need it. And don't forget to make this into a compound path. That way it'll work better with your Cricut. Now save it with your as an SVG file, and you're pretty much ready to go to your design space. And the design space, just do upload an image, browse the one that you just saved, and you can add the tags. This is up to you really. I usually add them, but sometimes I forget and I just save it. So I'm gonna adjust the card to the size that I want it. I don't want it too big. I want something small that maybe you can fit in your wallet, that it won't take a lot of space. So I'm gonna make it this size, and then I'm gonna select the text option, and I'm going to write the channel name. I'm using this name for my channel, so it's either English or Spanish, so it works for me. And then I'm gonna select the font that I want. I'm gonna go to my system and I'm gonna select this one, and it's the Apple Gothic. You can select any font. Just remember that when you're writing with your Cricut, it might overline it instead of actually filling it in. So I'm just gonna change it to right. So now that I have it, I need more than one. So I'm gonna copy the project a couple of times. I'm gonna do 12 and then apply it. I still need a couple more here. I was messing around with it, but I'm gonna do 12, and this is a regular 12 by 12 paper that I'm gonna be using. So just load your materials the same way you always do. Connect your Cricut to the system, and now I'm gonna set the material, which is just cardstock. Cardstock is light cardstock. I have my settings already. I'm just gonna add the paper into my mat. Make sure it's aligned and well stuck into the mat. So now load it into the system. Add the pen as well. I'm not using a Cricut pen. I'm actually using a ballpoint pen that I bought at Walmart, and it worked out great. I was running out a little bit of ink, but it worked out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the project. I'm gonna do a fast mode so it doesn't take forever. The writing does take a really long time. Just letting you know, the more characters you add, it might take a little longer, so just plan ahead. So this is what it looks like. It is actually writing. It missed a little bit on the J, but other than that, it worked pretty good with this pen. It's a good option to not have to spend a lot of money in the Cricut pens, and this is something that you can actually do. Now it's gonna start cutting the actual cards, so this should take less time, but it was pretty fast. And I love how clean the cuts are. They look really nice. So now is just gonna finish it up right here and just unload your math. This is what they look like. I'm just gonna peel off the paper, and it just comes off pretty easy. I didn't have to use any of the tools for this one. Now to remove the cards, I do want to use it because I don't want them to detach or break, so I'm gonna do it this way. So whatever excess you have, just use your tools, and this is what they look like. You can actually make different cards and they work out great. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It is pretty simple to make your own business cards. It doesn't take a long time. If you have a Cricut, take advantage and use it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to share it, subscribe, like it, and if you can, pin it on Pinterest. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye guys.